About a month ago, I made a video called Why the NBA Media Ignores the Phoenix Suns because they were not getting a lot of recognition even though they're one of the best teams. They had an 18-game win streak and they were the hottest team in basketball. And we're soon approaching 2 months ever since I made that video, and the Phoenix Suns are still not getting recognition. And as the biggest ambassador for the Phoenix Suns on YouTube, I think I have to talk about it. Because number one, of course, they're my favorite team, but number two, this is honestly kind of weird because this is the best team in the NBA and it's not even close. In past years, when we've seen the best team in the NBA or the number one seeds, typically they're not exactly ignored, but this time they are being ignored, which is so odd to me because it's been 2 months and the Phoenix Suns have been just as good as they were to start off the season. And some could make the argument this team actually got better. Now, I'm not automatically saying the Phoenix Suns are the best team in the NBA just because of their record, even though when we do look at their record, they are a significant gap away from the second seed in their conference. But we gotta look at some stats and kind of take a little bit of a deep dive to see how good the Phoenix Suns actually are. Also, you know I have to talk about the Phoenix Suns All-Star Highway robbery going on right now, because All-Star voting is a joke in itself, at least for the fans, and I definitely do have to talk about that sometime in this video. I don't want to waste you guys' time on the intro because I have so many things I do want to talk about, and I'm kind of venting in this video with also bringing statistics. But of course, if you guys could leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you know with notifications on. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year, and your subscription would be greatly appreciated. Let's get into the video. Now, something that you guys probably did not know is that the Phoenix Suns are the only team in the NBA to have an offensive rating and a defensive rating in the top 5. Currently, Phoenix has the 5th best offensive rating in the league right now, and they've kind of stuck there. I mean, they kind of pivoted between 4th and 5th, but they've stayed there for the most part. And they have the 2nd best defensive rating. So I think it's safe to say that the Phoenix Suns have a pretty well-balanced team for the most part. A lot of you guys on my channels are OG Phoenix Suns fans that were around for the Steve Nash days. And for all my OGs in the comment section below, I think you guys remembered that one of the names that Phoenix Suns team had was the Run and Gun Suns. Another name you could probably recognize was the 7-second or less offense. Now, the Phoenix Suns had a great offense. It was their one key thing that they were good at. However, they did not have a good defense whatsoever, especially to statistics, and when they went to the playoffs, they lost to the Spurs, who were a well-balanced team, and everyone knows this, but defense wins championships. But for the fact that Phoenix is able to score the ball well, they have so many primary scorers, they have guys that can really facilitate the ball, but on top of that, have a number 2 defense that could arguably be a number 1 is something that a lot of people will not talk about when it comes to the Phoenix Suns. Coming into this offseason, the Suns had one small problem, and that was that they did not have any depth at the center position. DeAndre Ayton is an amazing starting center that you could argue could be an all-star. However, what about when he gets injured or if he gets suspended or something like that? And we can see currently DeAndre Ayton is out, but the Phoenix Suns are not struggling. They brought in JaVale McGee and they got Bismack Biyombo, who was originally a 10-day contract player. They had one key flaw on their team and they were able to fix that within one offseason. A lot of people would consider them small moves, and I said the same thing even in the offseason grading video I did during free agency, because they had only one weakness and Phoenix literally attacked that weakness, and now it's a positive on their team. And speaking of weaknesses, can we talk about Devin Booker and that damn mascot? Man gets clowned on by social media because of what he did to that Raptors mascot after shooing him away, which I understand. However, this led a lot of people to believe that Devin Booker was quote unquote a baby or a bitch. But just like most people, they didn't show the full context of the clip, and you can actually see Devin Booker literally laughing and smiling right after that happened. And if you still think it was a bitch move by Devin Booker, okay, well, literally right after that game, the man has been playing like an MVP. Right after that game, the man dropped 35 versus Indiana, 30 versus Detroit, 48 versus San Antonio, and 28 versus Dallas. Which means in those 4 games after the mascot incident, the man has been dropping 35 points per game. For context, John Morant has seemed to be an MVP candidate to a lot of people after he's been exploding these past couple weeks. And in John Morant's last 4 games, the man has been averaging 23 points per game. Oh, and John Morant also played the Dallas Mavericks, where he dropped 19 points compared to Devin Booker's 28. However, I know for a fact if I try to even hint at the fact I'm saying Devin Booker is playing like an MVP, then I am going to be getting eviscerated by every single NBA casual fan or people that just think that Devin Booker is mad overrated. Even some Phoenix Suns fans might call me crazy. I'm not even trying to tell y'all that he's gonna win MVP or I think he should be in the top 3. I'm telling you the way he's playing right now is an MVP level. I don't know what the hell that Raptors mascot did, but that man did something, because now Devin Booker is playing like the best shooting guard in the NBA. Also, since we're talking about the best shooting guard in the NBA and Devin Booker, can we talk about the fact that Klay Thompson has way more All-Star votes than Devin Booker, even though I don't even think the man has played 10 games this season? I mean, people are trying to convince me that Russell Westbrook should be an All-Star over Chris Paul, so I don't know what to believe anymore. But what I know for a fact is that the Phoenix Suns are not getting getting covered by the NBA media once again, which if you've been around this channel for a while, then you would know for a fact that the NBA media does not talk about them. Even though some people in my comment section are like, it's all good, you know, the Phoenix Suns are underdogs and they're cool with that. However, I'm not trying to watch my Phoenix Suns on Bally Sports. Eddie Johnson, I love you my guy, but I'm trying to get some more TNT and ESPN games. Actually, that, we don't even get recognition even when we played those games. How is it every time I'm watching a Phoenix Suns game on TNT, I hear Reggie Miller talking about the opposing team's best player literally the whole game? I get Luka Doncic is talented, but goddamn, I don't have to hear about him every millisecond. I wonder what happens when the NBA playoffs start and the Phoenix Suns are the #1 seed. I wonder if that's going to convince people that Phoenix is legit. Even though last season a lot of people said that this was a fraud of a team and that they did not deserve to make the NBA finals. Yet they made it and were close to winning. Then again, obviously I wanted to win the finals and not just make it. But then again, if you see the timeline of this team, I think it's safe to say that it's pretty impressive what they've been able to do. The fact of the matter is that Phoenix is still considered a small market NBA team, which is not the same thing compared to an actual small market like in the city of Phoenix, because according to my viewers, I believe they said that Phoenix was a top 5 most popular city to live in. But to NBA standards, the Phoenix Suns are nothing but an average team. And for whatever reason, the Phoenix Suns are not going to get any recognition, and kind of like Nikola Jokic with the MVP, they're good enough, they're definitely reasonably supposed to be there, but no one actually thinks that this team is going to win the whole thing. Yeah, they're a pretty cool option to pick. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad of a pick if you did pick them to make the finals, but it's not the pretty choice, it's not the pretty pick, it's not the more popular one. Even though, like I've been trying to say this whole video, that the Phoenix Suns are statistically the best team in the NBA. And when we look at it, the Phoenix Suns really aren't that flashy, except for the fact that Chris Paul nutmegs these 20-year-olds and make them look like idiots. Phoenix really isn't that flashy of a team, and they just play really good fundamental basketball, which is just what you need to win an NBA championship, and I think it's safe to say that Phoenix has what it takes. I do want to mention the fact that Phoenix is currently on a 5-game win streak right now, and yet no one's been talking about that. To be fair, no one knew the fact that the Dallas Mavericks before the Phoenix Suns game won 10 out of their last 11 games. Even when we look at it after the game, 10 of your last 12 games is definitely not bad. And the Mavericks are currently a 5 seed right now, so it's definitely safe to say that they're a good team. At the end of the day, the NBA media hate to see small market teams win, which is why players like Nikola Jokic and Giannis don't really get the recognition they should. Even though Giannis is #1 on the MVP tracker lately, he's been getting a lot of slander, and a lot of people have been trying to compare him to Ja Morant. I'm not calling Ja Morant terrible, but when we look at Giannis, they're not on the same stratosphere. And I think the reason people are trying to compare them is because of recency bias, but that is something for another video. The fact of the matter is that the Phoenix Suns are playing championship winning basketball, and if they keep playing like this going into the playoffs, they're gonna win. I see Phoenix beating a team like Golden State or the Memphis Grizzlies in a 7-game series to make the NBA Finals. Honestly, if we run the roster we have this year compared to Milwaukee's last year, I think we beat that team in 6. That's not me calling Milwaukee a bad team, that's me calling Phoenix a better team than they were last year. With all that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys do leave a like on this and subscribe to the channel if you're new and notifications on. With all that being said, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day, take care, peace.